Yo, what's up? It is your boy Matt, and this is the Crypto Home live stream. Hey, right back at you, bagel butt. You know, man, I woke up. I was like, oh man, I got a killer headache. Am I really gonna be doing this live stream? Why do I even do this? Who even are you? You know. But then I remembered. I was like, but Matt, this is what we do. You know, and the reason why we do it is read the headlines. You know. So then I was like, word. I was like, word. Come on now. See, you like that one, right? Okay, yeah. So I'm here. I was like, time to put your, big hacker pants on. You know what I'm saying? Um, and just like jump in. So yeah, and we are doing this whole get ready, stay ready thing. GRSR, hacker style, cyber style, for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Yo, 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 Jathan Pencer, good to see you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah, you were talking about Signal last week. Wow, Signal was in the news like for real, you know? So what were you talking about when you talking about Signal last week? But that's that. I need some music though. Remember when we had that festival medieval music from Bagel Butt last week? Yo, man, that was a trip. Um, just put a genre that you like, just put it in here. And hey, what's up, D Elixir? So yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. No. It was funny because we were talking about it at work. Okay, so listen. Give me a genre. I'll put some music on, and we'll just keep this. Maybe it won't be the longest episode, but we're gonna do it. And I thought it'd be cool to talk about cryptocurrency, um, which is like, wait a second. I thought that crypto in crypto Harlem stood for cryptography. Were you lying all this time? What's going on? Don't worry. It's cool. It's cool. Nah, we don't mess. We're not crypto bros here. We're not all chasing after Bitcoin and Lambos. Don't worry. But there is some things to talk about. You know. Oh yeah. This whole thing that had happened. Well, first of all, the people who say Signal it doesn't work, unless this is like the wildest long con ever, even they be using it. You know what I'm saying? So come on now, put your hands together for Signal. Yeah, yeah, man, they have messed up though. Listen, real quick, just in case you need the quick OPSEC lesson. When you're the admin of a Signal group, okay, that means you're making the group. People trust you to actually know what you're doing. When you make your Signal group and you add a new person, just talk to that person. You could talk to them in the group, fire up the whole group, let everybody's phone ring. Or you could just use their group, see their face, and message them from there. Just do a 2-second video conversation. 2 seconds. 1, 2, hang up. And be like, yo, is this Pookie? Is that really yo, Pookie? You just got to make sure. You know what I'm saying? And make sure. You know, maybe you've. I mean, the obvious question is why was my man's number in your phone anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, what were you up to, really? Oh man, like you must have been. You had that in there. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, I thought I'd talk about it. So, like, let me pull up this article. I'll read. I'll read this article with you. Let's pull it up. Oh, let's get it. Oh, me properly. Let me sign in. Why is my hold on? It's like, why is this rocking? There we go. Is that better? No. Oh. Yo, I'm like, what is this unstable? What could possibly be under here? Of course, some kind of like security key. Of course, I got these everywhere. I'm in bed and I'm like, yo, I feel something under this mattress. Be like a security key. So that's when you're deep in the game, you know, you just can't stop. These things everywhere. I'm like, what's that in your ear? And I'm like, boom, security key, pull that out right there. Boom, UTF FIDO all day, locked up. I'll verify myself. I'll verify my left ear to my right ear, you know, can't be stopped. So yeah, give me, pick a music, somebody. What kind of music you want to listen to? Let me get this going. Oh, that's weird. What just happened to my article, man? Oh, I see. Just trying to get this code, man. Trying to get this code. Okay. All right, I gave you the code. Show me my article. This article is from Joe Khalili. It ran in Wired magazine on March 15, 2023, in case you want to check it out. And let me just share it. Sharing is caring, you know what I'm saying? And it says, in Ukraine, crypto finds a purpose. The UN's refugee agency is partnering with blockchain and money transfer companies to get vital aid to people displaced by conflict. And you see like a little paper and like some things here. And it talked about like, this is in 2023. So it says the last 12 months since Russia began full-scale invasion of Ukraine, more than 14 million Ukrainians have been forced from their homes. Right. And allied governments, humanitarian organizations have supplied tens of billions of dollars in aid to support refugees. But, you know what I'm saying? People are trying to figure out the right way to get aid to people. And there's a lot of challenges. And humanitarian sector is really, you know, they don't really distribute cash to refugees over the years. But, you know, they thought the money would be like squandered on like alcohol and tobacco. But honestly, who cares? Your bombs are dropping them. You want to have alcohol and tobacco, you buy alcohol and tobacco. That's what I say. But what anyway, you know. But anyway, it's proven that doesn't happen. People actually buy it for important supplies. But cash isn't easy to move. And that's when MoneyGram, which is super strange partner here, right? And the Circle of Internet Financial, CIF, which is the issuer of USDC, which is a stable coin. USDC, if you're ever like, yo, how much is Bitcoin worth today? It could be anything. It could be like $20 billion. It could be zero. You can go to sleep a rich person and wake up a poor person because Bitcoin is mad volatile. But USDC is a stable coin. It's designed not to be volatile. So it always is worth the same thing. So if you just want to take advantage of the electronic virtual nature of cryptocurrency, but you're not out here trying to prospect, USDC is like right for you, you know. Anyway, so they came up with this system about sending money. And let's see. This is a boring part. So the Ukrainian government has placed strict capital control to prevent money from flowing out of the local economy, meaning that refugees who have left the country face restricted access to funds in their bank accounts. Okay. But stable coins are geographically agnostic, right? So they don't really have an address. And the only restriction in this context is the proximity of a MoneyGram location, because that's where they're going to be cashing out the USDC, right? And there are 4,500 of these inside the country. I mean, this was a year ago. Things were a lot more stable. It wasn't like drones blowing things up every 5 seconds, you know? And there are 350,000 MoneyGram locations worldwide. So Alex Holmes, who's the MoneyGram CEO, said, the challenge is there's not a lot someone can do with crypto once they have it in their possession. It's not a form of payment that a lot of vendors accept. So this was just like how to turn your crypto into fiat currency, like local cash. And so they tested the project out, incubated for 10 months before launching it in December of 2022. This was March 2023. It's 2 years ago, you know. And yeah, I thought, like, why am I talking to you about this, right? Um, well, the reason is, you know, you might want to move your money into a place where you can get it later. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I was like, let's see. And here is the MoneyGram Stellar Wallet page. They're trying to explain how the MoneyGram USDC thing works, right? Because thousands of retail locations worldwide use MoneyGram, and MoneyGram says they'll convert your MoneyGram lets you convert your cash into USDC and then back again. Okay. And so it is a little weird how it works. And it says download one of our partnering digital wallets with MoneyGram Cash access today. And you know, these wallets aren't like your everyday wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at the wallets here, they made their own called MoneyGram wallet. Like these are not wallets that like everyone be using out here. So that's the first thing, right? So I'm not trying to advertise for any of these. Let's say Vibrant, I don't know, right? Um, and it says like we partner with the best, we're Vibrant, blah 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 blah. Share this tab, right? Oh, non-custodial means you're in control, blah 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 blah. Okay, like all these wallets. So let me take a step back and explain what I'm talking about here. Let me get stop the sharing. Bring it in, bring it in. So when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's two ways to hold cryptocurrencies, right? There are digital wallets that are, you know, the wallet that holds your cryptocurrency that are called custodial. And that means like, you know, like how Britney Spears was in that like custodial situation with her pops. I know it's messed up. Free Britney, y'all. Um, and basically he had control over everything. And that's what it's like when you use an exchange. Exchanges make things a lot easier for you. They have customer service. They have a, you know, anti-fraud team. They have all this stuff going on. And if you use an exchange like Coinbase.com, you log in with your username, you log in with your password. Maybe you have a security key stuck in your ear. You take the security key stuck in your ear. You log in with that, whatever, you know. And then you can see your cryptocurrency. Now, they don't let you just do whatever you want for your own safety. Your exchange has rules. They only let you load up a certain amount of money a day. They only let you transfer a certain amount. They only let you sell a certain amount. You know, they're looking out for you. It's like they're your custodial guardians. You know, like they're your grandma and grandpa. But let's say the price of Bitcoin for the next 10 minutes, for whatever reason, is $1 billion, and there's a run on the Bitcoins. You know what I mean? And people be trying to sell all their stuff to cash out. Your exchange could be like, yeah, no, we're monitoring the situation. No one can sell anything right now. And even though that's yours, they make the rules. And that's why there's another kind of digital wallet called a non-custodial wallet. And a non-custodial wallet, you just install it, and then you have a wallet, a digital wallet. No one's there to tell you what to do, but if you like break your phone and you don't have the seed backed up, well, all your money's gone. You break your computer, you lose it, all your money's gone. Someone steals your stuff, all your money's gone. You get the idea. All your money's gone, you know? So you definitely want to back up the 12 to 24 English words that makes up your seed. And that's like a password that you didn't control. When you make a wallet, you say type backup. It's like, okay, these words in English, these 24 random words that we told you, you don't get to control them. They represent this wallet. Cryptographically, it's the same. It's this wallet. And if you install this wallet on some other device, you buy a phone, you install it, and you happen to have these things miraculously like, oh, yo. And so that's a good way to like recover and not have a money gone problem. So let's just say you're in a situation where you need to get access to your money, right? And this is kind of why I brought up the whole Ukraine thing, like um in Ukraine in like 2022, when the invasion started, there were people online to get money from ATMs. And it's kind of like you saw the same thing happen in Russia right before sanctions dropped. People were like, "Oh no," and they were like online, where they were trying to get their money out, right? And let me try to like look at this disable cookies. Okay. Oh, come on. I'm trying to show y'all something, and then I get this cookie warning, right? And here is from Visit Ukraine. Restrictions on cash withdrawals from ATMs in Ukraine are an important part of each bank's financial policy. And it tells you like there's a limit on how much you could take out per day. And during during the um, during the invasion, that limit was like pretty low to keep machines from being emptied, right? So it looked like this. This was February 2022. Let me try to show you a picture. Oh man. Oh, wait, here we go. I think I might have it here. No, no, don't want to see this. No, no, no. How big is this article? Oh man, this is a 39 slideshow. I'm just trying to show y'all a picture, but I don't want to show you any pictures that are too grimy. Here we go. I'll show you this one. And here are people lined up at the bank. Ukrainians lined up at the bank of Kiev, right? And they're just lined up there and they're just like, hey, listen, I have all my savings here and I want to get my money out. And they're like, well, this bank branch only has so much cash in it. So we're going to limit how much you could take out. You can come back tomorrow. We'll give you some more, right? And, that can happen. I think like the bank lets you take out $3,300 a day. That's what it was, right? So if you have like $100,000 and you only can take out 3,000 a day, you're going back on that bank line every day over and over again to take out your little slice. And that's actually what led to a lot of people getting stuck in the country when they knew they wanted to leave. You go back to 2022, the situation was the United States government like leaked all this intelligence they had about Russia planning an attack. And the people in Kiev were like, this can't be real. This is bogus. And some people were like, nah, this might be real. I'm gonna leave. But prepping to leaving, other than packing all your stuff, involves taking your money out of the bank because you're about to go to another country. And people who knew about cryptocurrency, there was no limit to how much you can buy or sell. There is no $3,300 cap. And that's why we're talking about this. So if you wanted to prepare for, let's say things go sideways and you're like, I don't know, I think I'm going to go to Canada, or I think I'm going to go to Mexico, or I think I'm going to sneak across the border, or I think I'm going to get on a boat, or whatever it is, money might be a big part of your future. How can you secure some money in a way that you don't have to carry it on your back or tape it to your body? And cryptocurrency is a good temporary way to do that. And USDC, which is always going to be stable, that you're not going to put the money there and it's going to all of a sudden become more money and then a lot less money and then more money, then less money. It's not volatile. So that's why we talk about this. And so in talking to y'all, there's many ways to do this, but the easiest way is that MoneyGram way, which means you have to use one of those wallets. Those are non-custodial wallets. So make sure that if you decide which one you want to use, I'm not going to tell you which one to use, You decide which one to use, and then download that wallet, make an account on there, whatever. There'll be no KYC. There'll be no know your customer because it's non-custodial. It just lives on your phone. So they're not going to ask you for like your face scan or your iris scan or your blood type or who your mama is or, you know what I'm saying, what flavor was the chili at the barbecue. No weird questions. It just works. Then you know that once you have an address, you could go to MoneyGram, you could take cash, load that in that address, and boom, there it is. It just shows up. And then on the other side of it, if you needed to liquidate, and when you're in Canada, chilling in Toronto, or you're in Quebec practicing your French, you just should go boop, and you turn it right back into the local currency, Canadian dollars, feeling like plastic, loonies and toonies all up in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the class, man, right there. So, how does it start? Well, it starts by you going to the Stellar website and the MoneyGram website. So, I'm gonna give you these links. Okay. Read about how Stellar, which is, you know, USDC people's, read about how they work with MoneyGram here. Go into the chat. Rich Rose like that, Free Britney right there. Yeah, Rich. Free Brit. So if you go to stellar.org/products-and-tools/MoneyGram, you learn all about that MoneyGram thing that they decided to set up to try to help, you know, the humanitarian aid orgs, which actually can open up a whole lot of possibilities that they did that actually for other people. Okay. And then if you want to read about it on the MoneyGram side, here's the MoneyGram side. It's moneygram.com/INTL, like international, /stellar wallets. I'll put that on this. And the screen, it looked like this. And you can see the wallets. You don't have an unlimited choice of non-custodial wallets. So research the wallets, decide which one works for you, and then just have that, you know what I'm saying? Just have it, you know. If somebody needed to get you some money real quick, they could drop it in there. You know, it's good to know. It's good to have. Let me go through this chat. So yeah, what else? Any questions? I know I went over that kind of quickly. Do I use any of these wallets? Nah, I don't use any of these wallets. I use a whole bunch of different wallets. So let me see. If you were to ask me which one of these I would use. Well, let me ask you, like, okay, let's say I was looking to switch to one of these, right? Like, let's say, I don't know. Let's start with the first one, Amero. Okay. So I see that this is written in Spanish, right? I have a choice of Spanish, English, or Portuguese, I guess, right here. Let me see. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, this is a Spanish language app that has, you know, it has English available, but it says bringing financial freedom to Latin America's unbanked population, right? I see what other currencies it has, and it might be a good idea when you get your wallet to just check what currencies it has. Because yes, we're talking about USDC right now, but you want to make sure it supports a currency that you know, are into, you know? So I might want to go there and check that out. So let me go to load, connect, withdraw, blah, blah, blah. The site is pretty, the site, I might go to locations to see where other places are. They have these like cards in Mexico. They have these digital wallets. They do some internet banking through these websites. You know, I'm not mad at this either way. That's for, you know, I mean, honestly, I'm not mad just because it's in another language or anything, but I would want to know what currencies Amero supports, you know, like which cryptocurrencies. So let's take a look. Cash loading, destination country. Let's say Brazil. Amount to send in USDC. No need for a bank account. Reduce cost. What our users say. Yeah, this is all about transfers. It doesn't seem to really be caring too much about storage. They don't talk about that much. So yeah, I'm not mad at it, but it wouldn't be. I'm sorry, y'all didn't even see. I was looking at this, by the way. So when you go to the site is not the site when you first go here was in Spanish. It looked like this when I got to the site, right? And then I was cruising around the site and I'm trying to find like what other cryptocurrencies I can mess with other than USDC. And it wasn't like obvious. Like it didn't it had countries I could send to, but it didn't really have that. So like, let me stop sharing this one. Let me go back to the MoneyGram one. So yeah, I mean, okay, that's they got how many more do they have? That's one Amero. They got beans, Changera, beans, Changera, Clipper, Amero, beans, Singera, Clipper, sorry, Chipper, Cinco, Decaf, Dollarize, Honeycoin, Lobster, Meru. There's the one MoneyGram made, Vibrant, Whitebit. So there's like 12. I don't know if I'm gonna really go through this like all, for 12 of these things, but I'll show you another one that they have called Beans. Beans, they get 100% of your money that you're sending. Again, it's like targeting like foreign workers who get ripped off when they try to use money transfer websites. Why use Beans? Your current money sending solution. They have some influencers here. Easy to use, peer-to-peer transfers, regular people. Two-factor auth. I mean, that'd be weird if it didn't have that. It's not really a feature. Of course, it works nearly everywhere. I mean, it works anywhere that it's not the cryptocurrency is not banned, right? So this is stupid, but I guess they're catering to a non-cryptocurrency. Which cryptocurrencies does Bean support? Beans allows you to invest in popular cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Stellar. You can seamlessly exchange these cryptocurrencies and stablecoins like USDC, and you can hold your access in stablecoins to protect against market volatility. It doesn't seem like it has a lot. It looks like it's just Bitcoin, Ethereum, Stellar, which is basically, USDC. So they got four. And I guess, it's not the worst thing. Most people, including the reason why I'm telling you about this, you don't need 100 different assets in here. Um, mm, I should really do a review of each of these. 12, though. Doesn't take a mad long time. Really, like right now, I'm definitely not feeling it, but like me and my tip top condition, yeah, maybe I wouldn't mind, you know. Um, let's take a look at Changera. Changera, simplify global finance journey, blah, 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 blah. Download our app, whatever, download, five, whatever. Sign up and verify your account. That's kind of weird. Create and fund your wallet. It should just jump to that. Subscribe and upgrade your account. That's also kind of weird. What is that all about? Huh. Oh, also weird that they have a charge for their wallet. Why would I even do that? Gain access to 7 wallet currencies for $50 a year. Access to, yeah, man, USD, GP, EU, and yeah, like why? Why are they trying to double dip? I already don't like that. Transfer money within 24 hours. Why does it take so long? It should be 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, nah. No disrespect, Change Error, but you're my least favorite right now. Okay, let's go back here. What do we got? Chipper. Let's just check out Chipper. Chipper be like, reject all your cookies, Chipper. Get your cookies out of my face. Oh, come on, man. Nobody got time for this. Reject. Okay. Chipper, African payment infrastructure. So Chipper focuses to African nations. Send money directly to bank and mobile money accounts in 21 African countries. Shop? Stream? Whoa, that's weird. Why is that in there? Oh, the little movie. This looks cute. I'm gonna watch it. I like these. Look at this homie's hoodie. It's dope.
Right this second, we're closer than ever. Whether we're spread across town, across Africa, or across an ocean, we're merely separated by a moment. In an instant, we can send support, feed a passion, or strengthen a bond. It's the connections between us that power Chipper Cash. As a million users on Chipper becomes millions, the possibilities for what we can achieve together are endless.
Yeah. Okay, Chipper. Has good reviews in the App Store that they hand selected, put on their website. Get help, say hello. They got some expert social media influencer type peoples. They were featured in a bunch of places. Let's see what they wrote. Products. Man, these cards, man. That's the thing. Like, I kind of like, I want my non-custodial wallet to just be a non-custodial wallet. I know, is that asking too much? I don't know if I want to stream music through it. I don't know if I want a card. I don't know if I want to, I mean, I guess it is an investment because it holds a value. Man, at least they don't try to charge a subscription. That was wild. Who was that again doing that? Change error or something? Oh man, that was weird. Man, it looks cool. I like the color scheme, you know. All right, I don't want to do this the whole 30 minutes. It's boring. I'll mess with this a little bit. I'll tell you which ones I like the most. I'll come back next week. How's that? Doing it live is like absolutely no fun. Bagel Bud says, I'm only interested in the Matt approved apps. Yeah, exactly. Follow your boy, you know? Exactly. Am I accessing the sites I'm over a VPN? Nah, I'm using just Brave browser regular right now. Let me get in here. Roots Man deserves answers. Let's see what's going on. Do you use any of those wallets? Nope, I already answered that one. No, I don't use any of these wallets. I use completely different wallets. Are you going to share the screen you're looking at? Oh yeah, thanks, Roots Man. That was just telling me that I was talking about stuff you weren't watching. Bagel Butt had said, I thought it was storage, so you don't have to go through it unless the fam does. Yeah, you know. Roots Man was like, are you accessing the sites? Nah. Yeah, no. No, these are just, I'm just out here throwing my IP address to the wind right now. You know what I'm saying? Just wild. Not wearing no kind of VPN, you know? But yeah. Yeah. So I would say this, like, you could wait for a Matt approved wallet, or you could just get your own. One of my favorite wallets was Samurai wallets, man. Samurai, man. Rest in power. But they came out, they made a wallet that had built-in tumbling, which is kind of like cryptocurrency money laundering. And I don't know what they were thinking because they were just wild. They were just like, yeah, you know what? They can't catch us. Use our wallet. No one will be able to track your money. That's just asking for the feds to come and take your servers, which is what happened. So, burr, burr. That was sad. Um, but yeah, it's always good to use a very buttoned down wallet. You don't want your wallet company to just like not work anymore. It doesn't too badly negatively impact you because there's always the blockchain of whatever cryptocurrency, the blocks are there, and but still, you don't want to use some app that's going to disappear. Yeah, you don't hear the dog because I'm in a different spot, so you don't get the fancy background either. Nah, bagel, but I'm back in NYC. I get to put on my popping, you know what I'm saying? Not a nom. Wouldn't it be cool if this worked and I could really be using a flipper zero for my chest? I'd be like Iron Man out here, opening Tesla gas tanks. What do I use for cold storage of your offline storage? That's a good question. There's like 3 methods, okay? One is like, I was just talking to a homie about this the other day, is using, if you have money, I would recommend Ledger Stacks. It's actually pretty cool. It's a hardware wallet that is physical, and that way you don't have to type your seed into anything. We already talked about how your seed allows you to back up your wallet. Well, if someone knows your seed, you accidentally get it intercepted, they can just make a copy of your wallet on their end and then empty it, which sucks. So there's the Ledger Stacks, which is a physical wallet for $400. And then, Ledger's cheapest hardware wallet is $80. You know what I'm saying? Then there's, hold on. Then there's these cold plates, metal plate type thing. Let me try to pull this up for you. Nah, not like this. Yeah, check. Yeah. Yeah. This will take you forever, bro, but I'll show you this one, okay? Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting focused right now on this answer for you, Rich Man. Okay. Almost ready to jump in, y'all. 1 second. Okay, so let's talk about what cold storage is, first of all. And I was gonna, let me try to see if I can find one. Oh. Okay, I couldn't find the thing I was looking for, but okay. All right. All of this just to answer your question. It was a good question. What do you use for cold offline storage to your wallet? Okay, so let me explain what cold storage is anyway. So if I'm out here buying and selling and trading and stuff, and I'm constantly using my wallet and typing in my stuff, that's a hot wallet. It's like hot, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's in action, it's motion, it's hot. But let's say I'm like, yo, you know what? I have all this money now in my cryptocurrency wallet, and I feel weird that it's just sitting in some service or something, especially if it's in a custodial exchange like Kraken.com or Coinbase.com or whatever, you know? So what I might do is I might create a wallet just for long-term storage, not to, all right? And I'll create that wallet in a way that is secure as possible, which is a whole nother thing I'm not going to get into. Okay. And then I will back up that wallet. I'll get the seed for that wallet. So I know the address. Okay. I'll move everything into that wallet, probably in a stable coin like USDC. So the value can't change. So I'm not going to actually be surprised. Oh, I made all this money, but I won't be stressed out. Oh, no, I lost all this money. Okay. So I might make a USDC wallet and then I'll write down the seed. The one time I enter it, it's not in a computerized system. That's the key. You never type the seed into a computer because computers can be hacked. And once you do that, that's cold storage. You're not going to actively be using this for anything. You'll recover it one day, you'll cash it out one day, or you'll recover it one day and then move stuff out of it one day or whatever you want to do. So the methods that I've used for cold storage are hardware wallets, right? Like the Ledger stacks, which is actually really fancy. But I would recommend if it makes sense for you to spend $400, get it. Let me. I was on break just a second ago typing because I wanted to put these up on the screen so I could easily jump between them. So it looks like this. So this is basically like a Kindle. You know, it has liquid paper display. Has a little magnetic outside. Looks really nice, right? And you can set up your little wallet. You can beam your money into it. And then you can take this and you can put it in a safe. And you just need to be able to remember your password to get into this thing. You cannot forget your password to get into this thing, the PIN. Okay. That'd be bad for business. And it's $400. You could put like whatever, $30,000 million worth of cryptocurrency on here. Probably in USDC. So, no, or something that's stable that people don't mess with. I'm not trying to advertise for that. There's all their stable coins. And then when you come back to it, you put it in a safe or you put it in a plastic bag and then a waterproof, fireproof safe. And then you get back to it when you need to, and it's small enough that you can mail it. It's pretty lightweight. It's tiny. You could just put it in your shoe and walk around with it. You could do whatever you need to. And that represents all your money. And it's lightweight and it's easier than carrying a suitcase full of cash. And it's not tied in or active anywhere. You're just holding it there. So that's what I might use. And if Ledger makes pretty good products. The Flex is $250. Okay, it's tinier. It's harder to see on the screen, but it's almost the same tech. But I like the tininess of it. Honestly, it's made tinier. So, and look at it compared to a phone here, right? It's kind of harder to see the screen than the stacks, but honestly, that might just be the one for you right there, the Flex. And then it goes all the way down to the classic $80 Nano S, or is it the Nano X? These are the cheaper ones. They look like USBs. You see them in the music videos. They're the security of these, the security issues that these two USB size ones are trying to solve. You get so much better stuff with the stacks and the Flex. So if you can afford it, I would say get the stacks or the Flex, But yeah, hope that's good. Let me put a link to this. Let me put this Flex on because Flex is so tiny, man. It's pretty hot. Definitely get that for the nerd in your life. Boom, right there. Okay. So then I would put all my stuff there and that'd be my cold storage, my man. We'd be good. Okay. So now, if I didn't want to do that, then I also could use metal plates. And there are people who have metal plates with their seeds on it. It's 24 or 12 words. You put it on the plates. The plates that you buy should be these special plates that are designed to be like water resistant, and like only melt in fire up to like an insane like jet fuel temperature. You can put them in the wall of your house or in the floorboard, and if your house burns down, you can still find it. Put a tracker on it. And metal plates, they sell a lot of different types of them. I've seen some really cool ones. Some of them even look like art pieces. You can almost put them outside, and it would have the words on it. And if you ever needed to, you'd grab the metal plate and then you'd punch the words back in the magic order, and then boom, you get your wallet back. Now, the metal plates are still lightweight enough that you can pack them in a suitcase or wear them in your pocket, tape them up, and then, reconstruct your wallet. So there's that. Here's an example of what that looks like. Here's the Impress Seed crypto card. I'm not endorsing this product. I just came up to it first. So I just want to show you an example.
Lose or destroy the backup passphrase to your cold storage wallet.
Let me put the volume up.
If you lose or destroy the backup passphrase to your cold storage wallet, you will lose your cryptocurrency forever. Eliminate that risk and protect your investment by keeping your passphrase safe and secure with Impress Seed. Using a set of metal stamps, you can impress up to 24 seed words into the laser etched numbered cells on the metal card. It's not safe to keep your passphrase written on paper, as it faces multiple risks such as ink fading, water damage, and can be burned in a fire. The Impress Seed card eliminates those risks, as your words will forever be stamped into a metal plate that will resist fading, water, and can withstand the temperature of an average house fire. You also should never store your passphrase on a computer or any other electronic device, as it will be exposed to a number of threats like cyber attacks, cloud security breaches, and can be destroyed, lost, or stolen. Backing up your cryptocurrency is vital to safe and secure long-term storage. Hold your investment with confidence and assurance by stamping the passphrase from your hardware wallet into the Impress Seed card so that it can last far into the future.
Watch your thumbs.
Keep your crypto safe with Impress Seed.
Wonder how many times people entered that seed that's on that.
If you lose or destroy the backup,
to see if it actually generated a wallet. Yeah, man. Oh. Yeah, you could go out like that for real. You could be like straight up hammering your thumb all day. They also sell ones that have like you can send. They have like mad words, and then you got to pull out the words that match yours. It's all kinds of stupid. I mean, all kinds of solutions. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways to do it. But that's an example of the metal plates. They come small, they come big, They come like in ways that are like really strong. They come in ways that are like, whatever. Or you could use a paper wallet. Like they said, paper wallet is used right down the seed in a piece of paper in a book. And then you take that paper and you might mail it to something or somebody. Maybe you mail the seed in 3 pieces to 3 different people over and over and over again. And all you got to get is one of your number 1s, one of your number 2s, and one of your number 3s. They don't need to know what that is. And then you get it all together, You also keep it to yourself and put it in a lockbox or safe deposit box. There's a lot of ways to run it. So that's how you would do your cold storage. I use all 3 of these methods since you asked. Like, that's how I do it. Obviously, the electronic hardware wallet is the chef's kiss. It's so much easier than hurting your thumb, stamping a piece of steel or writing it down into like 5,000 Bibles and mailing them out to different people or whatever. But, whatever you got to do. All right, y'all. It's the end. We made it. I'm going to take some more medicine and lay down. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm happy I was here for y'all. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Well, the metal plate, no magnet's going to wipe it, right? So people do say that about the computers, right? Like, what if an EMP goes off? And all the circuit boards, they all sizzle out or something, right? What if there's a magnetic solar flare? So that's why you want to have redundancy. You don't want to just use one of these methods. You want to use at least 2. So good point, good point, good point. All right, well, listen, today we learned how we can get money in our go bag that's bigger than our go bag, and it's through cryptocurrency. I gave an example of using MoneyGram and their support for Stellar's USDC wallets. And I gave you examples on how to learn more about that, and you can pick your own wallet. Obviously, you probably don't have to use one of their wallets. It's just they have the system set up already. In fact, what I might do is I might have a regular wallet like Coinbase wallet, which is non-custodial. Then I might have the MoneyGram wallet themselves. They can't turn down their own thing. And then I can move stuff between the USDC addresses. I might do something like that. Honestly, if I'm just thinking about it, then randomly use some random software designed for some other country and some other use case where I can like download albums on. Like I don't need that kind of wallet. So that's what I would probably do. I'd probably use Coinbase wallet because it's probably going to be around in the future. Non-custodial, just install it and you're good to go. Then I would generate a USDC wallet inside Coinbase wallet. Then I might get the MoneyGram app just for, that particular part of that changeover. Hope that makes sense. All right, y'all. Well, I'm out. Let's do a quick roll call for the Twitch people. Rich Rose, I already know you in Facebook land, so I won't forget you. Okay, who's out here today? All right, we got a drawer of things. So quiet today, drawer of things. Are you even there for real? Air horn. Drawer of things. No quiet. Okay. And then D Elixir in the house, moderating, you know what I'm saying? Moderating, never fading. Appreciate you, D Elixir. Oh, you got here late? All good, man. Bagel Butt, Dancing with Burritos, J Thing Pencer, Rootsman Chin up in the VIP. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the whole squad is up in the house right now. Everybody. Bagel Butt. Dancing with Burritos. In the VIP. Hey, thank you. And in the VIP, Rootsman Chin. Great question about the cold storage. Yes. Again, the idea of cold storage is don't use that wallet for anything. Just for moving stuff into that you're going to back up, almost like never to use. You know what I'm saying? So that's the idea. That's why it's cold. Keep it cold. Keep your cold storage cold, y'all. Don't get tempted. And encrypt. This is the Crypto Harlem live stream. See you next week. We're going to do more. Get ready. Stay ready. We'll be on the 4th lesson. So if you like this, go backwards. That's right, gang. Burrito, taco, salsa. Yeah, baby. All right. Peace, y'all. Wait, let me see if there's has to be. There was that movie. What is that movie, man? Life hack. I was making fun of. Let's see. Does it have a trailer? No. Yes. Brooklyn Film Festival. Life hack. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Before we go, we got to make fun of a hacker movie. Uh-oh, Red Band trailer. Wow, this is horrible. Wow. Why? Wow, that was especially painful. Okay, guys. Well, there we go. That's another episode of Crypto Harlem and more bad hacker movies, you know? So, oh, wait, you guys are only seeing my face the whole time? No way. Okay, hold on. Let me try to get this back up again. Come on, man. You got to tell me that. I guess you did try to tell me. 1 second, 1 second. I was just watching it like, it was like, watch my face get upset. That's not fun. We got to do this together, y'all. Here. Okay, ready? Now, do you see a thing? You should officially be seeing a person sitting on stairs. Yes, people? Yes, that's what we see. Oh, man. Why is it acting so weird? Hold on. Boom. Okay, get ready. This is horrible. Now I got to watch this twice. I wish I didn't have to watch it the first time. Harvey.
Did he catch you jerking off in front of your computer?
Oh, let's say it a little bit louder. I don't think they heard you in the fucking kitchen.
What do you guys want with the Marler?
We know somebody who he's trying to extort.
Bobby was spy cammed by him. He threatened to post the video to every social media site that I'm on unless I pay him $25,000.
What did he catch him doing?
He was liquidating the inventory.
He was stealing?
No, you know, taking Herman to the circus.
What?
This is what he does. You're not gonna find him.
He was playing Uno. Old Johnny Slick Mittens, shucking his corn. Doing the old Yankee Doodle handy. He was buying new yoga pants.
You clicked on a link or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called spear phishing. Remote access Trojan. It allows someone to spy on your digital life. Anytime you bought something online with a credit card or anytime you logged into your bank account, he also received that info.
What do you mean I'm not covered for identity theft? Because I don't have the identity fraud protection plan?
Do you know you have surveillance cameras in your place?
No, I want to see who she really is.
Would you recognize me?
If you could possibly recognize you, you're wearing glasses, you could be anyone, you could be Superman.
I'm Helen. I'm with the IRS Criminal Investigation Division.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
Hey, listen, man, we'll find this guy, right?
I doubt it.
No, see, when I say right like that, you're supposed to agree with me and help make Bobby feel better, right?
Sorry, try again.
Okay, so we're gonna find this guy, right?
No, probably not.
Jesus Christ.
Horrible. I wonder, like, oh man, that's lifehackthemovie.com. Is that website even up? Lifehack. I was wondering when people make these movie websites, like, how long do they register them for? Nope. Lifehackthemovie.com is no longer up. Looks like this domain isn't connected to a website. Wix.com. Jeez, have some respect for your movie, Lifehack. Damn. Wasn't that horrible, y'all? I felt it was horrible. Like, hurt, you know? It hurt to watch that. I couldn't tell whether it was a comedy or whether it was like a cautionary tale. Was it a spoof of itself? It was so confusing. Anyway, sorry to subject you to that. I had to watch it twice because I messed up the screen share last time. Encrypt, encrypt, encrypt. Get out of here. Let me know if you don't like watching. The last thing we do is bad hacker movies because it hurts me every time I watch one. So if you don't like them, please, I'll stop. I don't even know why I started that trend. Peace, y'all.